My hands hurt. Gaming so long. Oh, I have pressure points in my fucking fingers. Or knots, I mean. You know, knots in the joints. Yeah. Fuck. Gotta go to a chiropractor and fucking be like, here, massage my fucking hands. I've been trying to get this knot out since yesterday. It's in my pointer finger on my left hand. Oh, gonna end up gonna be fucking 90 years old, and my hand's gonna be in shape of the fucking controller. Ugh. Good morning, good morning. We'll get started here in a little bit. Smoking right now. Seems a little humid outside. Oh, it's supposed to be 100 in Minnesota? Holy fuck. Wow. My friend on PlayStation said it's supposed to reach 100 in Minnesota today. All right, here we go.
Back now on EA Sports at Venerable Soldier Field here in Chicago. Our halftime festivities behind us as we're just about set for the opening kick of the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they? And he lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they... Trailing, not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Hit that fucker so hard the ball popped out.
This at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Out of the gun, Fields. This is caught by Hilton. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jared Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin.
Lovie Smith is pissed.
Some good games coming up here in week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
off the play fake. Mills. Rolling to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. A run with Mostert up the middle. Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Ah!
Mills to Cooks there, and that connection good for a Houston first.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now a 3rd down throw, and misses the target, incomplete. Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. On the left hash, this from, oh, they get to the football, it's blocked. But down this big, we know that they need touchdowns instead of field goals, but now it's add insult to injury because they can't even get the 3, Charles, on the excellent block there by the special teams.
And it certainly felt to me like the special teams consider themselves an extension of the defense, which has played well for them. They have a nice cushion. They didn't want to allow any points, any opportunity to cut into their lead. A big-time play by those guys on that side of the ball.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Man, 188 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They go back to Murray on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They snap it to Fields. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try to keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are pouring it on. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league. 2nd year. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Houston set to take over. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Roquan Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigskin at the 7-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Second down and goal. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Will Fuller. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now the point after try for Santos.
Oh shit, I missed it.
And the
Nope.
lead grows even
Barely.
larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Barely made it.
They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Hello.
Hello, Marie.
To kick this one away. And there will not be a return here.
Gonna take a 4:20 break. Cheers, Amanda. Cheers, Marie. Cool.
And it'll come out to the 25-yard line. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on third down. On first and 10, Mills. And this one is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
A second down throw for Mills. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on the punt for Houston. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Santos now to add the PAT.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be here all weekend.
I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it's
Lovie Smith is pissed. He's looking at the defense like, what the fuck? That wasn't in their playbook when I played with them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side,
they know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is, don't
he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Second and 11.
This defense is just flat.
Fuck that cartridge.
Not giving up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
from the gun, here's Mills.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's going to
Half fucker got hit so hard.
The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know...
Boom! By Adama Sue.
With that time frame, and anytime you didn't get... the right amount of time.
I gotta watch that again. That's Raquan Smith right there, number 58. And here's Adama Sue. Or no, that's Robert Quinn. Boom!
Or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
On first down, Murray. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Latavius Murray with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection.
I got him off the free agency list. Latavius Murray.
To perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Run it, I dare you.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football. And
oh, he was scared to get hit.
After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Throwing, Mills.
That's
why didn't you jump?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw is Mills. And his throw is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
They're going to run it. They're going to run it. They're going to run it.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mills to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And effective.
They're going to run it.
He'll take it down inside the 10. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mills now. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Conley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to claw one back. Oh, this is blocked.
Fuck you!
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 30, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that 2nd sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that 2nd thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. He has had a whale of a game. In the 3rd quarter, you're already over 200 yards. I don't know what more he can do at this point.
Not a whole lot, and what he has found is that zone that we always talk about, where every carry feels great. Every carry potentially is a sprint to the end zone, and all he wants to do is ride it as long as this game goes on.
Yeah, now he's just thinking 300 yards maybe. A play fake, now Fields to throw. They'll roll him out right.
Oh!
Almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. 3rd and 2, Fields. Quickly into the hands of Fuller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Chicago. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now the point after try for Santos.
Amanda, are you there?
Grows even larger here in the 3rd.
Oh, are you falling asleep again?
So they only needed
I'm almost out of cigarettes.
And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Oh, are you hungry? Eat a bowl of cereal. That's good breakfast. What kind of cereal do you got?
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
That's good without milk. I've eaten them without milk before. This is drier. You might have to drink water.
The Texans offense.
He's like, fuck you, 80s.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended.
Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd and 7, Mills. He gives it to Cooks. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mills on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Santos now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively.
Here's with cartridge.
Navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh wait, you gotta eat. Never mind.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Houston.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans
at their 25-yard line.
After the pick six a moment ago, here's Mills again.
Caught him, and it's a fumble. And he's got some space here.
Down the right sideline.
And they bring...
You should eat breakfast.
Touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. side, the scoop.
What
And
happened?
the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Houston set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mills. Throw complete there. Rodgers. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Here's Mills. They'll run the screen with Mack. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Again, it's Mills. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Here's Jones on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate.
Since a young boy, I've been kicking ass.
But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So that run there, yeah,
it's good.
To call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Hey, Amanda, you know when Netflix is going to get paid? On the 1st? Okay. So he almost had a hole-in-one, but it bounced too hard.
Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Buying time to the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Raquan Smith again.
Defenders get to it, and you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense. That entire team, but really this defense has sparked what's been
Boom.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Jones on the return. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Darnell Mooney.
37 yards.
And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Okie roll, this is called.
For Mills and the Texans.
At their own 15.
A first down throw for Mills.
Man open right side.
We're not doing that one again.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Mills on first down.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Mills. Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
Get that big fucker down.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. To throw, Mills.
Being chased. And the pressure gets to him again. Robert Quinn. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort, keep trying to keep your quarterback upright, and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. He goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Bears are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
After the sack on first down, Mills. Rodgers brings it in. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Now Mills. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
This to the outside for Mack. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 223 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Fields. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Beasley, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort. Really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Gotta get something to drink. Gatorade, Gatorade. That's my breakfast. Oh. Cheers.
No run down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills. That'll be caught by Rodgers. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Roquan Smith in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off.
Roquan Smith with 6 sacks today.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. On the return is Jones. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now it's Fields. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Play action. It's Fields. It's complete to Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And they're going to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter. Still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock.
Oh!
Now,
Fuck!
A pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead
certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Fuck! My running back's injured. No!
And the Bears just continue to roll. Santos with the extra
No!
point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
You fuckers are gonna pay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shot.
Muscle cramps. Okay, good. Substitute anyway.
More sustained drive.
Let him rest.
Here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A second down throw from Mills. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On third down, here's Mills. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on the punt for Houston. Here's Jones. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice gain of 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking it all.
It's
good. You're
good.
gonna have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Blue.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score Might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On second down, Mills again.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Mills from the gun on third down.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught by Hilton. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Rolling to his left.
Fuck!
The end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
They snap it to Fields.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium.
Welcome back.
There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Back.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
I sucked on that drive.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
One last shot from Mills.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field,
Welcome home, Wubby.
their heads held.
Not.
What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Chicago, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Houston, the early struggles
View message, breakout player. Coach, I did everything I could out there, and I hope it set a new standard for the team. After today, these guys know it's my defense, and I won't tolerate anything less than excellence. Raquan Smith. Raquan Smith now a superstar X Factor and can use his own ability. James weak. Coach, your team has played really well in the early part of the season and is off to a hot start. How much of that is because of Justin Fields? Preach team mentality. His contribution can't be underestimated, but he also doesn't play defense or special teams. Upgrade players. You gotta get a sweatshirt. I'll be right back. Are you there? Okay. Let's hope so. Oh no. Hey, guess what? One of my right ends, 15 tackles last week, 5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery. Justin Fields, quarterback for my team, 31 of 45 completions. That's not bad. 621 passing yards, 14 touchdowns passed. Mitchell Trubisky, former Chicago Bear, now on the Steelers, 18 to 31, 237 yards passed, 3 passing touchdowns, 4 carries, 14 rushing yards. And something Griffin on the Jaguars, 7 tackles, 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown. That's week 3. All right, well, I'm going to take about a half hour, 45-minute break. We'll start this Chicago Bear and New York game next. Everybody have a good rest of your morning, and I will catch you later.